Oh hey, just me, sitting in the closet. It is the night before a weekend that I have been both really looking forward to and very anxious about for months. Tomorrow evening, I have a strolling engagement for 3 hours from 5 to 8 o'clock tomorrow night, which is Thursday, at a college called SUNY Delhi in upstate New York. It's about 3.5 hours from where I live driving. No big deal. Except the very next morning, I have a 6 a.m. flight out of Connecticut that was booked well in advance for a gig that I have, a stage show, Friday night at UNC Charlotte, which is in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, tomorrow, I am driving to the airport here in Connecticut at about noon, checking into a room that's literally 20 minutes from my house. I'm checking into a room at the Sheraton at the airport in Connecticut. Then I'm immediately driving 3.5 hours to upstate New York to SUNY Delhi. I'm performing for 3 hours, strolling magic, college students, a lot of fun, and immediately driving 3.5 hours back to the hotel room in Connecticut. I'll get in around midnight, and because I checked in earlier, all of my stuff for my trip will already be in the room and packed. I'm going to crash, sleep for hopefully 4 hours, and then get up at 4 a.m., maybe 4:15, and walk literally out of my hotel room and into the airport to catch a 6 a.m. flight. 2 flights on Friday get me into Charlotte, North Carolina, where I've got the show at UNC Charlotte that night. The next morning, Saturday morning, I have a 6 a.m. flight from Charlotte to Newark, New Jersey. Am I doing a show in New Jersey? I am not. I'm doing a show in Manhattan, and Newark was the easiest airport to get into. So I'm going to get a rental car in Newark, New Jersey when I arrive at about 9:45 in the morning, a little before 10. Drive from the rental with the rental car into Manhattan to perform for 2 hours at a bar mitzvah. But it's a Shabbat observant bar mitzvah where there's a lot of really specific rules about what you can and cannot use. For instance, you can't write with anything. Pen, pencil, marker, doesn't matter. Nothing can be written with. For example, I can't have somebody draw on a playing card or sign their name on a playing card. So that'll be real interesting. And then I take the rental car, which is from the Newark airport, and I drive from Manhattan, from that bar mitzvah, all the way to Maryland. Why am I going to Maryland? Well, on Sunday, the very next day, I'm going to be at NACA Nationals all day. Now, if you guys follow my vlog, you know a little bit about NACA. NACA is the National Association of Campus Activities. And I was incredibly lucky to have been invited to give a showcase this year at NACA Nationals. Huge deal. Huge deal. So I'm going to be there with my agency in the booth and on stage for 15 minutes in front of thousands of college students from all across the country looking to book acts for the next year. It's a really, really big deal and very nerve-wracking. I can't. It's really heavy, but it's very exciting. And then Monday, the day after NACA, I have to drive the rental car all the way back to Connecticut, where I'm dropping it off at the Connecticut airport at Bradley, because I got a one-way rental from Newark on Saturday all the way to drop it off at the Connecticut airport on Monday evening at Bradley. At which point, I will take a shuttle from the rental car place back to the airport, where I will walk back into the Sheraton, the hotel where I started the whole trip, and retrieve my car and drive home. And then 3 days later, we move into a new house. So if you want to stick with me through the entire weekend, follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, at @BMillerMagic. I will be making updates in real time on those platforms over the course of the weekend. That'll be particularly fun on Sunday at NACA with so many entertainers and so many students. A lot of my friends, some of the best magicians, comedians, jugglers, hypnotists in the country. They're all going to be there. So if you follow me on the social media platforms, you'll see it in real time, and then you will see all of this compiled into a massive vlog for next week. So thanks so much for playing, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. See you from the other side.